Now in your interview, they can ask you, okay, see, there are a lot, how many charts are there in Tableau? So there are 24 charts type, okay, 3 and 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 24. But if you notice over here, you don't have a donut chart over here. Did we cover donut chart? No, right? Okay. So now let's say somebody asks you that do you have a donut chart in Tableau? So as we can see, there is no donut chart over here, right? By default. We can create a pie chart, table chart, map chart, and other charts, but we cannot create a donut over here. So we will answer this, and this is very frequently asked because they will ask you for the customized charts. They will definitely ask you. So they will ask you that then what you will do, how you will create a donut chart in Tableau. So you can say that we can create the donut chart is not available in Tableau by default, but we can create a donut chart with the help of dual axis. This is the answer. Now, how to do it? We will learn. Let's say first we'll create a calculated field. Let's name it as donut and make it 0. Why 0? So that the sum is 0, minimum is 0, maximum is 0. Whatever you do, 0 is always 0, right? And it will be in the center. That's why we prefer to create donut with the help of 0. This is what I prefer. So that's why I suggested you do this. Now what I will do is and as we know, when we use a measure, right, it creates an axis, correct? It's a continuous field. It creates axis. We have learned this in the starting. Remember, everyone? Like what is the difference between measures and dimension and measures, discrete. So I'll use this and I'll drop it over here, rows. Now you see there is an axis created. This is a 0 axis. Can you see? Now what I'll do, I'll create one more axis. I'll put it over here. Just remove this, not here. I'll drop it over here again. Now what has happened? There are two axes created, right? One above the other. What we need to do is we need to create a dual axis on the same same level. Okay. So what I'll do is I will change this to a dual axis. So if you click on this dual axis, you will see the difference. Right now it is one above the other. So it will come from left to right. Okay. On the same axis. So let's change it. Right now it's only one axis, right? Can you see? There's only one axis, X. But I want dual axis so that this will overlap each other. So what I'll do is I'll click on this dual axis. The moment I click on dual axis, can you see? Two axes has been created. This is one axis, this is the other axis. Correct, guys? Make it full screen. Make it entire view. Now, first thing, what is happening is there are two circles, but I'm only able to see one because both are overlapping each other because both are on 0 axis. Correct? Value is same, everything is same. So it is overlapping each other. So this is how we will create. Now, first thing, let's hide this. We don't want to show this, right? Let's remove the lines also. Create format, go to this line. This is called 0 line, so remove it, none. Now what I'm having is currently only a circle over here. So if you notice on the left hand side, there are two coordinates, donut and donut 2. This is the first donut and this is the second donut, right? So first thing what we will do is we will increase the size, or let's change first chart, we will change it to pi. Now if you notice over here, let's change the size, make it a bit bigger. Now what there are two circles, one below the other, right? So in what we will do is in this one, let's make it white. If I make it white, can you see? This is the other circle. Do you think this is donut? It looks like a donut, correct? So what I did is this circle is, I have reduced the size and colored it as white. So that's why it is showing as a whole. The above one, the first one is the pie. I have changed this to a pie chart, right? So now what I'll do, I'll use this, let's say category into my pie over here, or subcategory. Let's use subcategory into this color. So what will happen is it will divide this circle, divide this part on the basis of subcategory. Can you see now? Can you see this? If I hover on this, it's showing me a pie, right? So all these are a part of this circle only, but only thing is I have the center one I have colored as white. So that's why it is showing as a pie. Now, what I need to do is, now let's say everything is showing equal, right? So this is not correct data. So what we have to do is, we have to divide the distribution on the basis of sales, right? So let's say, let's take sales and put it in the angles or size. I'll put it on the size. Now, can you see it has been changed according to the size? The bigger the size is, the bigger the contribution. Let me go to this tooltip, delete this donut from here, or I'll go to this all option, because I'll remove this donut from here, this text. I don't want to show this. Now, is it correct? So every angle, they has their names. So let's increase the size a bit. Let's increase the size. Let's do one thing. I'll increase this one over here and also increase the middle one. Right now, whatever changes I'll see. Now this one, the first donut is this one, right? The upper one. The middle one is the second donut. This option. So if you want to update anything on the outer donut, this one, outer circle, you have to update things in this marks card. If you want to update anything in the center, you have to update over here. Till now, is it clear, everyone? Any doubt? Now I'll put the sales in the labels, because I want to see the labels also. And also I want to see the subcategory. So let's say I'll put this subcategory also in the labels. I'll drag and drop it on the top. Okay. Like, because right now it's showing number, then the storage. So I'll bring it, the order, I'll change the order. Now I have subcategory and then my labels over here. Now, let's say this is my donut, but let's say if I want, I can also add a filter. If you want, I can add this category over here, and I'll click on OK, and I will show filter over here. I'll select furniture. So I'll have all my furniture related data. Let's say I check supplies. So whatever you do the selection, your donut will change according to that. Now what I can do is, can't we add a total, so it will give more information, right? Don't you think it will be better if I give a total over here? So what I'll do is, I'll drag this sales and I'll put it in the second donut total over here. Now you can see it is showing over here. Now let's align this one. So what I'll do, I'll put it in the center, middle, and what I'll do, I'll add a text over here. I'll say total sales and I'll click on OK. Right. So now you can see whatever the sales is, the total you will see it over here, their total. Right. So this is our donut chart. So this is a very important question. This is a very important chart, and you will frequently come across this question. So let's move on our next topic. Now let's say we have seen that if we want to create a top 10 sales, okay, client saying that he wants to see a top 10 value or a bottom 10. But if there is a requirement saying that I want to see top and bottom both in one view, how you will do that? We have covered this, right? Top end and bottom end. We have seen this, how to create a top end sales and bottom end sales. Let's say that is in a separate view. I can show a top end view and other chart a top bottom view. But now the requirement is, client wants to see top end and bottom end in the same view, like in the same sheet. One view, in the same view, he wants to see the top and the bottom both. What do you think? How we can do that? Any idea? Let's see how we can do that. So I'll say top and bottom n. Okay. First thing what we need to do is let's use a subcategory. I'll put my product name over here. First create a view, and I'll put the profit in this one. Okay. And I will sort it first. I'll put the profit over here. Now the requirement over here is client wants to see the top 5 and the bottom 5. What is the bottom 5 over here? I have to go. This is a very long one. So let's take this one subcategory. Just for the understanding, it will become easy. So let's say what client wants it. Let's say top 3 or top 5. So top 5 means this one, right? These like this, and bottom top 5 also, and remaining he don't want to see. So that is what top and bottom is. So what we need to do is, let's say I'll create a parameter first to enter that number, top n or bottom n. So I have already created, we have seen this, right? Select top n value over here. So I'll use the same parameter. So I'll click on show parameter control. So now user, what he can do is, now let me edit this parameter, and let me give a list over here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'll click on 10, and I'll click on OK. And I'll make this as a single value. It's like this. Now what I want is, if user selects 6, he should see the top 6 and the bottom 6 in the same view, in this view only. Earlier, we have to create 2 views separately, right? For top, a separate one, and the bottom, a separate one. And this donut and this one. For sure, you will be asked a question like this. They will definitely ask you, because set is very important part of Tableau. Set, parameter, and calculation. These are the most important features of Tableau that you will be asked. And data blending and joining. So you have to be master in all these topics. Now, how to create a set? So this we can achieve with the help of set. So first thing what we'll do is, we'll go to subcategory, do a right click. You can see over here, there is an option called set. So click on this create set, write the name. Let's say I'll name it as top and set. Okay. It's simple. You'll get the same filter. I'll go over here, top, and then I'll use this parameter. Okay. And I'll click on OK. There is top and set has been created. I have to create one more set. It's the same one. So I can also use this, duplicate this. I can duplicate this set. So I have just created the same set. Now I'll edit it. I'll just rename it. So now I'll rename it as bottom and set, right? And what else I need to do? So I'll change this to bottom and click on OK. So what has happened is, now I have 2 sets, top and bottom. In the top, I have selected top, select and value, and in the bottom, I've selected bottom, select and value. Now what I need to do is, I need to combine these 2 sets. So I'll select this set, press Control button, and select the other set also. And now if you click on the drop down, you will see this create combined set. Just click on this, and I will name it as top and bottom n. So now you have bottom and set and top and set, both the sets over here. Can you see? Now what I want is, I want to see all the members in both the sets. Okay, so that means in this is a set, right? So in this, who are the member? Bottom n. And in this one, who are the members? Top n. So I want to like include both the members, combine both the members. So I'll click on OK. Now I have to simply drag this and put it on the filters over here. Now can you see, if I select this 5, I'll have the top 5 and the bottom 5. Can you see, there will be 10 bars, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. If I select 7, I'll have 14 bars, top 7 and bottom 7. If I select 8, I'll have according to that. Understood, guys?